So I'm Alex Samson. I'm a 141 pounder and I'm in grad school right now.
You wrestled at Victor High School. St. John Fisher didn't have wrestling at the time when you graduated. What kind of brought you back to St. John Fisher as a grad student now that we have a program here?
Yeah, so it definitely was weird when I was coming out of high school. I didn't even have Fisher as an option, but there were a couple Rochester schools, but at the time I was looking more into like Division I, Division II. So I went to Mercyhurst for 4 years, had a good time, but at the end of my fourth year, some stuff happened with wrestling where I didn't really see an opportunity for me to exceed. So I graduated from there, and I really was just looking for an MBA program. And what brought me to Fisher was just the proximity to home, and just they have a great business school, and I felt like I really connected with Morrison, and I feel like I fit their timeline, and I feel like I can really help out their team.
What if, like you mentioned, you already wrestled in college at Mercyhurst. What do you see being built here in year number 2 here at St. John Fisher?
I would just say like a lot of excitement. I think everyone here is just really on the same page and working hard. Everyone's eating healthy, doing the right things on and off the mat. And I can just sense like a lot of excitement. We have a ton of coaches brand new to this program, and we're just really excited to get on the map and compete against these schools in New York.
How nice is it to have your family, your friends, your former teammates at Victor, your coaches, to be able to come right down the road and watch you here?
Yeah, it's great. To be honest, I never thought I would ever wrestle with a teammate from Victor coming out of high school. So it's funny that Hobner is my teammate. I really like Section 5 wrestling. I basically had the majority of my success in Rochester, so I'm glad to come back, and hopefully I think I have like a little bit of a name for myself in Rochester, so just try to continue to build on that and have some college success here.
What's your favorite spot on campus?
Probably food. Big food guy.
Yeah, 5 for 5 for the dining hall here.
Yeah.
What are your goals for this year?
I guess just materialistic wise, I want to be an All-American, and I want to have a really good record, but my focus is just to have fun and just be able to compete every match and be mentally prepared every match. Physically, and when it comes to wrestling technique, I feel like I've just worked so hard throughout high school, throughout college, to put myself in a position where I believe I can All-American. So for me, it's really just about taking every day one step at a time and just continuing to get better. And I think most important for me is just mental. I feel like my mentality is the best it's ever been. I think my beginning years of college, I got a little bit scared, and I wrestled a little bit fearful on the mat, and now I feel really good, and I'm excited for this year.
My name is Nate Kuhn. I'm a 184 pounder, and I'm a sophomore here. When Morrison first got the job, he started going around all rooms in Section 5. I met him in person, didn't have to email him, didn't have to reach out, and pretty much right when I met him, I just felt different than most other coaches.
Favorite spot on campus?
Probably right in the dining hall.
What's up? Paul Lichter. I'm 157 and I'm a freshman.
Looking at schools last year when you were wrestling in Section 8, what brought you to the decision to come wrestle at St. John Fisher with Coach Morrison?
Well, yeah, I think the fact that it was a new program really interested me. It was a cool thing to be a part of now. And aside from wrestling, the whole campus and the whole school has a good reputation for when I'm trying to look for a job. So it was, outside of wrestling, it was a good pick for a school, and then wrestling is just a bonus. We got a great coach, a great teammates, so it's a win-win.
What has Coach Morrison preached leading up to this Sunday's competition?
Biggest thing has been effort. Like come in every day. It doesn't matter if you're feeling a little sick or you got stuff going on. Just do the best you can that day and give 100%, and good things are going to come out of it.
So this is your first semester on campus, but what do you see being built here?
I think we're going to be really good. We got talent all over, and we're just young, but I think by the time people we're growing up and kids develop, I think we're going to be a top dog. So,
favorite spot on campus?
It's got to be a dining hall. I can't switch it up. I love going there. It's definitely going to be not as fun when I'm going there and I got to make weight, but it's my favorite spot. Yeah.
Goals for the year?
Goals for this year, obviously, I just want to wrestle my best, do what I can. But statistically, I guess I want to place at regionals. I know it's a big goal. It's a pretty good reach, but I figured if I aim high and I miss a little short, it'll be all right. So,
Anything else you want to add?
go Cards.
My name is Daniel Parklow, RSL 125, and I'm a junior here at St. John Fisher University.
You're a transfer student from Virginia. What brought you to wrestle for St. John Fisher and Coach Morrison?
The coaching staff is great here. You got Alex Ekstrom. He wrestled Division I at Oklahoma and Buffalo. Coach Morrison, great. He led a really good program up in Adrian, and just the young team. And I wanted to be a part of a rising team. It's been amazing. All the young guys, they work hard. Wasn't expecting that when I first came in because I'm from a good program. So they demanded hard work every day. I came here. All the guys work hard, and this team's going to be really good in the future.
Goals for the year?
Win regionals, qualify for the national tournament, and AA.
Let's go. Favorite spot on campus?
Dining hall, for sure.
You got anything else to add?
The gluten-free chicken tenders are gas.
Derek Bernardino, 133, sophomore.
Entering this season ranked 5th in the Mid-East region. What are some of your goals for this year?
National tournament. Compete. It's the best. I want to be the best in the country. You got to beat the best in the country. So get to the nationals and win.
Yep. This is your second year at St. John Fisher. Like I said, it's the second year that the program's been, reinstated since the 80s. What's the culture been like going into year number 2?
It's really good. And credit to Coach Morrison for bringing in some guys who really, really accelerated us and forced the guys who are already here to bring it to another level because we compete, man. So I think the culture is just hard-working kids that get along really well, and it's great to see.
What's Coach Morrison been preaching leading up to this Sunday's competition at the Lycoming Invite?
Controlling what you can control, conquering adversity, because he puts us through it. Whatever life puts us through adversity, so just controlling what you can control, getting small wins every day, 1% better, and just keep on keeping on.
Yep. What's your favorite spot on campus?
Food-wise, the dining hall. There's a lot of options. A lot of options for me to be healthy in season, and then when I'm done, to not be healthy. So, dining hall's the best.
By the end of this video, I might be able to rank what the dining hall is because last year Coach Morrison said we got to go. So this year I think we're going to go. What is being built here with the additions of the few coaches that we brought in? Zini, Coach Mullen, Coach C. There's been several great coaches in the coaching staff. What's the culture been like as well?
It's awesome. It takes a load off the coaches we had already, and it's awesome. Coach Morrison says it all the time with when we're at practice. It's like you get more attention and more help in a week than we did in maybe a month all of last year. We have so many guys, so many different people from backgrounds and insights to really help us out at practice.
Yeah, my name is VanDerberg. I'm a 197, and I'm a redshirt freshman.
Braden, as a transfer from a Division I school, what have you seen out of this program so far this year leading into the first competition?
I would just say that all the guys are just willing to fight every day. They put in so much effort, so much love for the sport. The coaches, they're so willing to help, coach me through everything. They beat me up a bit, which just makes me better as a wrestler, as a person.
What brought you up to wrestle for St. John Fisher and Coach Morrison?
Coach Morrison, he's such a great guy. I met some of the teammates. I met Derek, I met Riley, Otto before I came here, and they're great guys. I think the team bonds very well, and that's what I really like about this place. My favorite spot? It's a love-hate relationship with the dining hall because because the food's amazing, but I can't eat all of it.
I figure as a heavier weight you
Exactly.
would be all right. But what is being built here with the additions of? there's more coaches this year than there was last year, and it's the second year of the program, and the culture is really in a good place.
Yeah, we're just building a legacy, I guess. Coach said something like, for the last however many years, we're one of the only teams to be above 500 with the first year program, and more guys are coming, more transfers, more freshmen, and we're just hungry. We want to prove that we're going to be the top dogs in D3.
We are here with a St. John Fisher sophomore, Josh Maslin. You're listed as one of the team leaders for the Cardinals this year. After competing last year, what does it mean to you to be a leader for the Cardinals?
I've been thinking about this a lot lately. I'm super grateful because these guys are really beginning to trust me, and when they're coming to me asking for advice or asking questions, even just being teammates, it's fulfilling.
What attracted you to St. John Fisher, and what's your favorite spot on campus?
So it's actually kind of a joke we have with coaches that as far as recruiting goes, the campus kind of sells itself. Um, for me, it's undoubtedly the dining hall. Uh, that was so big for me because I'm very strict with the nutrition, and so the fact that they offer us, there's plenty of different options. I mean, I'm a chicken and rice guy all day, so that's what I have 14 times a week in that dining hall. And so that's by far my favorite spot on campus. Uh, it's everything's so close together too. I mean, we walk everywhere. There's really no need for the shuttles or long walks in the cold during the winter when it can get very cold and windy here.
What are your thoughts on the direction the program is heading? Like I said, you're a leader. It's the second year back after nearly a 40-year hiatus, and what it means to be a Cardinal.
This the new coaches. I mean, this is another thing I've been talking about with teammates and even my parents. They're big fans, so they like to hear about it. I I love the effort that's getting put into the program. I mean, seeing the new coaches and Coach Morrison puts a ton of time and he's very invested in this, and the confidence that gives us to see how much he cares is really powerful.
Coach Ekstrom, you're coaching at St. John Fisher, somewhere you grew up down the road. Being a Rochester native, what does it mean to be coaching at the college level here in Rochester?
To me, it's very rewarding to be back in my home city, and it's very special to be a part of the Fisher program from its beginning, and a lot to look forward to.
What have you seen out of the guys this year? I mean, this is your second year being a part of the program. It's the second year that the program's been back since the 80s. What have you seen so far this year?
From the first year to the second year, we've had a ton of maturation with the guys. We had a young team last year, and there were some growing pains, but this year is a totally different story. The level that these guys trained at over the summer is very apparent, and we're just really excited to see what we got and move forward with them this year.
You mentioned it's a young team. What have you been preaching to the guys this year leading into their first competition Sunday?
Well, everything is one day at a time. You can't get too caught up in what's next and looking too far ahead. You can come into practice, do your best, most effort you can put in, and at the end of the day, if you don't do the best today, you come back and do your best tomorrow. And it's just training the mind to have a short-term memory with highs and lows, because this sport's full of them, and we've been able to manage pretty good momentum coming into our first tournament this year.
Got anything else to add?
Go Cards!
We don't have to coach effort, as the coach said, right? We just have to get better at wrestling. You guys come in here, you work your ass off. For the most part, you do what you're told, but at the end of the day, we don't have to coach effort, other teams have, right? It's an expectation that you can come in here, work hard, have high energy, right, and be the best version of yourself. And I think we're not there yet, but we're coming closer and closer, right? You guys make sure weight's good, keep working hard, boys. Hard work on three, 1, 2, 3, hard work! Job.
Hold on. You thought this video was done? Out of the 7 St. John Fisher wrestlers I interviewed, they all said the dining hall was their favorite spot on campus. So I had to make a visit. Shout out to JoJo Cummings for letting me use his guest pass.